Hi, I'm Pash and welcome to YouTube channel Smart Study Lab, where you learn about multiple research-backed smarter ways to study and thereby score better marks in your exams while studying lesser number of hours. Lakhs of students around the world save thousands of hours of their study time by practicing and mastering the smarter ways to study that I explain here on this channel. Now you too can become a smarter student. On this channel, I tell you about one research-backed smarter way to study every week. I tell you the research behind it and also explain step by step how you can practice and master how to study smarter. If you're new to this channel and haven't yet seen the smart study methods that have been covered earlier, then by all means, you can go to my YouTube channel Smart Study Lab and click on the relevant links to watch the videos there. You will be amazed how these smarter ways of studying can help you free up more time to pursue hobbies without affecting your studies. Today I'm going to talk about a smart study method which is called as retrieval practice. When we think about studying and learning, we typically focus on getting information into our head. What if instead we focus on getting information out of our head? More than 100 years of research shows that retrieval practice is one of the most powerful ways to study and one of the smartest revision techniques. Retrieval practice as a smarter way to study is well researched, simple to understand, and easy to apply. To understand how retrieval practice helps you learn better, imagine that you're looking for something in a dark room. You go in with a torch, you look around, you search around, and leave once you have found what you're looking for. The next time that you look for the same thing in the same dark room, it will become easier to find. That's exactly how retrieval practice works. When you practice retrieval of information from your own memories before the exams, it becomes easier to remember the same information during the exams or even much after the exams are over. Retrieval practice can actually be done in two ways. The first way is to practice bringing information to mind without the help of study materials. Follow these three simple steps to practice retrieval of information from your own memories. Step 1. When you revisit your study material again after a gap of some time, maybe a few hours or a few days or even a few weeks, keep your notes and textbooks on the side and try and recall whatever you studied without looking at them. Say everything you can remember out loud in your own words. If it helps, explain what you remember to a friend, to your parents, to your pet, or even to the wall, or even to your chair. Step 2. Write down what you remember as accurately and in as much detail as you can remember. Reinforce your memories by drawing a visual graph like a flowchart or a diagram or an infograph to relate to what you are retrieving from your own memories. And finally, step 3. Once you're done, check your notes and textbooks for accuracy and completeness of what you retrieve. Restudy the information that you were not able to remember and then practice retrieval again after a gap of some time. This way, when you now restudy the topic later, you will be able to learn more and learn better for longer. The second way to practice retrieval of information from your own memories is test yourself on what you have studied. Now, test yourself or test enhanced learning is a smart study strategy, and it is a subject matter of a separate video which I have already covered, and you can view it from the list below. Hence, I'm not going to go through it in detail in this video. But what is important to know here is that taking a test, and specifically the memory retrieval process that testing entails, enhances learning. Research shows that there are 4 big advantages of practicing retrieval after time intervals, and they are: benefit number 1, retrieval success does not matter. Just the act of trying to think and retrieve information from your own memories, even if you fail, will help you learn the information better when you reread it, meaning that just an attempt to retrieve information enhances learning, even if you're unsuccessful in remembering it. 2. As long as you make a retrieval attempt, it does not really matter if you arrive at the answer by thinking of it yourself or by being told about the answer after you have given up. Meaning thereby that as long as you make a retrieval attempt, learning benefits regardless of how you arrive at the answer. 3. The number of retrieval attempts positively affects your learning. Hence, the more tests you give yourself, the more you learn. More the number of times you try to retrieve information from your own memories without referring to your textbooks or your notes, the more you learn. Make sure to space out your retrieval attempts over time. The more accurately you're able to retrieve information about something, the longer the gap between 2 retrieval sessions. And finally, 4, best thing about retrieval practice is that it can be done anywhere, while sitting in the bus, while standing in line, while taking a bath, and so on. The results of research on retrieval practice as a smarter way to study are very encouraging. The graph that you see on the screen right now shows the result of one such study, and it shows that just by using retrieval practice during your studies before the exams improves performance during the exams by almost 20% over block study and by almost 40% over studying the exam material only once. Trying to retrieve information that you may have studied earlier from your own memories is indeed a very smart way to study. When you practice retrieving information that you studied earlier from your own memories, you keep that information in an accessible state in your mind, and it then becomes easier to retrieve and use this information during the exams. In the beginning, retrieval might seem difficult and involve struggle, and your brain might resist it. But that's where the real learning lies, as this mental struggle is actually good for learning. Initially, you may not be able to recall much from your own memories, or you may miss out on some of the important bits of information, or you may even mix up different kinds of information during retrieval. But be patient with this smart study method and trust this powerful smart study method. It will definitely benefit you during your exams. So I recommend that to study smarter, practice and master getting information out from your head with retrieval practice. It will surely benefit you not only during the exams but even long after your exams are over. The more difficult the retrieval, the better it is for longer term learning. It is much more effective than just rereading or just taking notes or just listening to a lecture. Remembering information for longer is all the more important because majority of the exams that you will ever take in your lifetime are going to be cumulative in nature, meaning that these exams will test your understanding of topics that you have cumulatively studied over the last 1 year or over several years or several years back. So one piece of suggestion before I end this video: mix up multiple smart study methods rather than practicing each one in isolation. So in this particular case, remember to space out your retrieval attempts over a period of time. Other than that, that's all I have for retrieval practice. I have lots of other smart study stuff coming up. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and also press the bell icon if you wish to be the first person to be informed whenever a new video comes up, which is actually every single week. And yes, if you found this video useful, if you think that you learned something useful, then definitely press the like button in support. And this brings me to the question of the week. So which smart study method according to you is most effective? Which study method do you find to be most effective? Send in your tips, comments, suggestions, feedback on the comments box below. The smart study community on this channel would love to hear from you. In the next session, I'm going to talk about elaborative interrogation, which is another proven smarter way to study and a highly effective one as well. Till then, happy smarter studying. I'm Pash from Smart Study Lab, and I'll speak to you shortly. Thanks for watching.